Peace and blessings, family. Hello. I wanted to pop in to check in and see how everybody is doing. It's been a little bit of a minute since I posted a video, but it's okay. I have some stuff coming and some stuff in the works. Just celebrated my 26th birthday and just wanted to take some time to cleanse and reflect and just gather my mind, my spirit, and my entire body. I did a 7-day juice cleanse, which was amazing. And in that, I took the time to dive deep within and just kind of sit with my thoughts and journal and just be the observer of my thoughts. I tell people that all the time in yoga, but how often do we really carve out time to just observe our thoughts and see how, just to realize how we truly think and how interesting our thought process can be, on a day-to-day basis when we're going through stuff, when we aren't going through things. We have about 1,000 thoughts or more per day. So imagine how much thinking that is and reflecting that can be. And in that, I had the time to sit with the mantra, I am purposeful, or I have a purpose. And that is a mantra that is so reassuring for me. And I'm sure it can be reassuring for a lot of other people, especially because many of us haven't found our purpose. Many of us think that we found our purpose, but we're unsure. Many of us haven't found our purpose, don't know what it is. We're kind of unsure. And, that is okay. A lot of people go throughout their entire lifetime not living in their purpose. And there are some of us that reject our purpose and we run from it. And that can cause us to live a life of regret. We may feel lost, things of that nature, and we will never be fulfilled because we're running from our purpose. And oftentimes some of us don't feel full because of the fact that we haven't found our purpose. And because of that, many of us think that we actually don't have a purpose at all, that we're just here to pay bills, live, and then die, and that's all that there is to life. However, each of us has a deeper purpose here in this lifetime, and that is something that I'm truly coming to realize more and more about myself, and just in observing some friends and family members. Each of us have a purpose, and as you find what makes you happy, as you get to know yourself and truly carve out time for yourself and turn off the day-to-day life and turn off the cell phone and turn off TV and just find, first of all, what is it that I truly enjoy in life? What is it that truly makes my soul happy? What is it that when I get deep into it, I can talk about it all day, every day? I would love to do that as a career. I would love to have that as a job. What is it that truly gets your blood going, that you absolutely positively love? And once you find that and you start to navigate in that and try to work the ins and out and get deeper into that stuff, it is then when you might actually find your purpose. And when I say purpose, I'm not talking about that job that you're supposed to do for the rest of your life. I am talking about in the sense of what job avenue. What can you see yourself doing? Is it helping people? Is it being an advocate? Is it teaching people? Is it guiding people? Is it exploring, learning new things? Those things that truly make you feel full on the inside. For some people, they feel that their life purpose is to be an advocate for people and speak for others that may feel that they don't have a voice. That looks different for many people. Other people may feel that it's their job to teach others. That doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be a school teacher, but because there are other ways to teach other people and talk to people and uplift people. So what does that look like for you that truly makes your soul happy, your heart sing, and really fills you up inside to where you can wake up and do that every single day and not drag into work? That isn't to say that there will be some times that you need a break. That's fine, because I have found that for those of us that find our purpose and we truly walk in it, we want to do it all day, every day. And oftentimes we will run ourselves into the ground because we enjoy it so much. But on the flip side of that purpose, that also still means carving out time for yourself and knowing when to press reset or stop or even say no. Because oftentimes when you truly enjoy what you do, it is definitely hard to say no and to turn it off. However, with that comes discernment and knowing that because I love this thing so much, I don't want to run it into the ground because I still want to enjoy it. Because if you aren't careful, there's a thin line between doing it because you love it and doing it because you feel like you have to do it because people expect that of you. You understand? Like with that, purpose work is self-care, because in that you are constantly pouring into yourself. You are constantly wanting to learn more and more and learn new things. And in that, it's important to keep your sword sharp and to fill up yourself to where you enjoy it and you're doing it enough to feel fulfilled, but not doing it overly enough to where you don't enjoy it anymore. And in purpose work, oftentimes people assume, we feel as though it has to be something glamorous. We expect, sometimes to make a lot of money. However, on a introspective part, on a deeper level, our purpose in this lifetime is to make meaningful connections, because interaction and being connected with everyone and everything around us, that is the deeper and deepest meaning, is realizing that we are all connected and then getting back to that connection and tapping into that connection. Because once you can look at somebody and see yourself in them and show them compassion, and even just being in nature and enjoying nature and seeing those little life lessons and finding the beauty and the connectivity between mother and ourselves and our children and our family members and people that we may not even know, making those lasting connections, even when it's not a personal connection, but just having that understanding that we are connected on such a deeper level. And then once we realize that, showing that to the people that we are closest to and just merely close to, period. Because our connection with other people is a direct reflection of ourselves. So in that, the deepest and most purest purpose in this lifetime is making connections that are meaningful and lasting. And when I say lasting, it doesn't even have to be a long lasting friendship. It's just making those connections that are memorable, that fill up not only yourself but that other person that you've made that connection with on a deeper level. Because those connections keep us going. It keeps us thriving. That is what helps to combat anxiety and depression and all of these other things that really keep us down. Because once we make those connections, we connect with our bodies on a deeper level and we want to take care of ourselves. It's a life learning experience, 360, from mentally, physically, and spiritually. That is our purpose. Our purpose is to reconnect and tap in. And once we truly tap in, that's when the real spirit work works, and that's when our purpose is revealed. But in that, we first have to hanker down and cut out the white noise and the noise around us that keeps us distracted from ourselves. So often we can be so hooked into our cell phones and hooked into TV and just the fast pace of life, that entire rat race. But when you just carve out time in the morning or in the evening where you connect with yourself, because I don't know about you, but the restroom is where my phone goes. So oftentimes just saying, okay, I'm going to leave my phone out of the restroom and I'm just going to, reflect in the shower, or while I'm while I'm in the bathroom, period. closing the door and allowing that to be your personal time to just reflect on the day and breathe and let it go, and getting in the shower, allowing that to be the first thing you do. Excuse me, but in that, just carving out time to pray, meditate, reflect, even journaling, right? Like right before you go to bed. Finding a hobby that really works the body. And it doesn't even have to be yoga, but something that connects you. And then asking yourself, what is it that I really want to do? And if you don't know, that's fine. Well, what hobby do I really enjoy that I haven't done in a long time? Or what hobby has like just been calling me? I could see myself doing that. Taking the time to step out and get to know you, that's when you get to know our purpose. That's when we get to know our deeper purpose in life. And it may sound crazy to you in hindsight, but for me, I simply thought, okay, well, if I could, do yoga for the rest of my life and potentially get paid for it, I'm going to do it. But I didn't know that was realistic. I didn't know that was a thing. I just knew that I enjoyed doing yoga so much because it brought me a peace of mind, and I became addicted to it because I was addicted to that idea of being at complete and total peace to where I was unshakable. Yes, I wasn't perfect. I'm still not perfect. But the matter was that I was more conscious of how I dealt with people and dealt with stress and anxiety, to where on those days when I knew that I wasn't myself, I was like, I need to drop in yoga and meditate and recenter myself.